Oh, hey, this is Moyok coming to you from Sweden and welcome to Moyok in Sweden. So, this is summer here in Sweden, and you can see we are going on the bus. I am here traveling around the summer and shooting some shots and videos. And so, this first part will be basically on the summer here in Sweden. So, yeah, you can see it's pretty beautiful here. People are out pretty much. I'm not recording them as it's a private scene, and you can have a lot of activities. And yeah, just one more thing, one thing I want to tell here, everything is good around summer I see in Sweden, but one thing is pretty problematic. Some things are pretty problematic here because the construction work on the roads are carried out during this time, and so many routes, bus routes and pendeltågs are closed. The pendeltåg from Sollentuna is closed right now, so it's a problem this time. And many bus routes have been changed, and you will see a lot of people on the streets, which is pretty uncommon in Sweden, unlike in India and many other countries. And people will roam around in less clothes. It's not a problem if you are pretty liberal, and I have no problem with that. But one thing I don't like about here, I think it's not everyone, but some people are like kissing and showing off, making love around the streets. And the problem for me is that this thing should be done in private places. And I think they do it just to show off the people that they have got someone. And I think these people are of low intellect. And if I would have been in India, I would have told them to go into the public bathroom and do this. Okay. Anyway, it is my personal opinion and freedom of it. Okay, so now I'll speak about the public authorities, government people, how I dealt with it and how I dealt with it, my experiences here. So I'll catch you with that. So hey, this is Moyuk, and this is at the balcony where I live. So here, this is the first time I'm recording this video from this balcony. So yeah, you just saw the summer. I spoke about summer and my opinion about summer. So today it was raining and I walked a lot. So today is 2nd of July and those footages were shot during June. I went to many places for work and stuff regarding my business. So during July I'm free, mostly free, and cleared everything. And now I will watch football and just travel and enjoy the summer months. Is my free time here. And from mid of August I will again start my work. Anyways, the topic, the second part of this video I have mentioned. This is about how I deal with the public authorities here. So yeah, Sweden is a pretty bureaucracy. Sweden has a most negative thing about Sweden running a business is the bureaucracy. And when you don't have a personal number, a bank ID, it's even more problematic. So here I will speak about two departments, and first I will speak about my experience of dealing with public officials in India. Although my dad and family has been working in the government, West Bengal, the state of West Bengal, for many years, so I will tell one experience so you can relate. So this thing happened to me in 2017. I went for a passport. The passport I had applied for my passport at that time, and during that time I had to go to the office. So in India there is no gender equality. So the thing was, the males, who were men, had to stand in a line, and we went there during the early morning and were standing there, and the line was not moving. Whole morning we stood. And women, they had no line, they were going up and going down. I don't know, ridiculous system there. Now it's more increasing anyways. So after that we went there at 8 o'clock, and we stood in the line. At 10 o'clock the office opened. Until 2 p.m. in the afternoon we came to the officer. The officer never gave us anything, scolded and told me, get out. That was the thing, get out, you won't get that. I never knew why he did that. Like, that is the normal thing there. The public officials are what you call asshole in these countries. Okay. Anyways, my family is pretty different, and my father could have used his power to get the information and all, but he never did that in many ways. So later on in some other places we had to get it because it's very problematic there. So I share this experience so that you can relate where I am coming from and what is my experiences here. Anyway, so firstly I will say about Migrationsverket, which I had to deal as I am a migrant. First of all, when I first came here in 2023, I had the most amazing experience with Migrationsverket. Like, they were pretty awesome at that time. They used to provide the information pretty well online. I was at India during that time. So I always contacted them, reached out to them if any doubt I had, and my permit was approved in 8 months and 5 days. Now, from that time only, I started reading that this department is having problems. It's pretty underfunded. And over the years, this department became more underfunded. So right now what happened, I had a business permit application, and the thing is that I don't have a business account here because I'm an inquiry firma, we are not required. And the thing is that for a business account, in order to use a bank account properly, you need a bank ID, which I can't use. So in this case, I use some PayPal business account, and I have a private bank account which I use mainly through TransferWise, and I use the forest card which I brought from India. Now this thing created problem because the money which I have in India is a lot of money, but these things, when I called them on phone, I explained the whole thing. They told, yeah, no problem, you can give the statement that you have money in India, but the officer told that why haven't you transferred it in Sweden? And I had mentioned to her multiple times, and lot of things were total hypocrisy what she wrote. And the thing is that now this officer is not assessing. I am not revealing everything because it's an ongoing case. Now the officer is not assessing because it was pretty hard to make the officer understand. And I understood that that officer is not willing to work in this case, okay, because this department is totally underfunded. And the thing is that when I searched online name of the officer of Migrationsverket, I found nothing. So maybe they are underfunded and they brought this officer from some other, she's not a permanent employee. So I think that's the problem here, because see, business permit is a pretty complex permit. A person who never ran a company, knows nothing about business, will be able to access a business permit properly. And in the inquiry firma, the system works pretty different. Like, if we incur losses, it's better for us in the first year, and that was hard to make that person understand. She was not able to understand those things. Now the good thing is that I have got 1 more year to stay here, and I have some good things which I have done, because last year I incurred losses and that was a plan, and some things I got, like some bad things turned into good things for me, and this year I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, and some money I will get from Skatteverket I have claimed, which I have paid to them. So yeah, so it will be nice for me, like I will get in the couple of months, so I am chilled pretty much. And as the permit will take at least 1 year, I can stay for 1 more year. So this is my experience with Migrationsverket. Now coming what I was feeling, Skatteverket. Skatteverket, I am telling you, these people have been in the question for the personal number thing recently. Now here I will speak about my personal experience. See, what I see is that Skatteverket is much better in this way than Migrationsverket, because they at least follow the law. Okay, but the thing is that here you will see many people who run advising services. Okay, there are many people, and my company is not based on advising services. I had some other things, but unluckily these people only damaged it that time, and that's why this time I'm focusing on advising, but I have some other things. But these people are based on advising. Now it is not a sustainable thing to run a business based on advising. So how they run? They are basically immigration frauds. They operate immigration fraud in the disguise of advising. So what happened was, these companies, when my personal number got rejected, they told me to say a lie that I will extend the job seeker visa, which is not possible. And there were two guys who did this thing, and they got the personal number. See, as I was not doing this thing, they were using some derogatory terms and all, and lot of things they did, and nothing came out, and it worked for me. It worked well for me, but I never used a lie and anything. But the thing is that these officers don't know anything. The thing is that I understood there is no information sharing between these departments, that I understood. So what happens is that it will depend on the officer. If a person is pretty skilled in telling a lie, if that officer is dumb, he or she will, okay, we will extend the permit, just give him a personal number, and then these companies will teach them how to steal the public benefits. So these things go. And now if the officer does not understand, he or she won't give. So now my thing is, as I don't have a residence card, I contacted the contact center, and they told, yeah, you can apply. And then I spoke with Bureaucracy. They also told, yeah, because I need a bank account, because I am going to open a active blog recently, or I will purchase. So I thought that, see, if I go to the legal advices, it will take a lot of money. So I thought, just apply, let's see. So I applied for a personal number, and they again told me that you don't have a valid card. But there was a thing called, like, if you need a bank account, that I had given. So the officer told, I will assess on that. So then he was not, see, these people talk very diplomatically, these verkets. So at the end, he was not revealing the exact thing. I will say it later. But then at the end, when I was questioning, he told me that, do you want to bend me the law? And I told, look, dude, I never told you to bend me the law. You are a racist person. I am keeping the phone. I know he's not racist, and he also knows that I am not telling him to bend the law, but I'm a man of self-respect. As he told me the thing, as I never want anyone to bend the law for me, he told me he got what he deserved. Okay, anyways, so this was this thing with me. But what I see is that the VAT, the moms department is awesome. I got back most of the moms in flying colors, and as I have every proof, I do everything on my own, and I keep every proof. See, a person who has proof, who calls them, speaks with them by his own, they will understand they are genuine people. It's getting sunny here, yeah. It's getting good weather today. It was raining in the morning. Okay, just continue the video. So here what I will say is that, what I understood is that whenever we speak with this verket type thing, Scandinavian, bureaucracy, Bureaucracy, they won't give you any information or advice. They will try to act like a embassy people, diplomatic response. Now I think they have some prerogatives to not, they are not allowed to give the information. That I think is the law here. I think they won't say it, but it is the impression I have after dealing with this thing. Anyways, now coming to the part like police and court, which I had told. The police is the best, I will tell. I will tell in Sweden, the authority, police, I had dealt at the best. If you speak with the police, they will give you every information. If you speak with the court, they will give you every information. They are not like these people. So I understood there is something, because the systems are pretty different in every country. In India, these police people and court people are much assholes, which you call. And I was involved with the police also at one time. I used to work as a volunteer, but they are also, they are not pretty much awesome like this country people, police people. Okay, so my best experience with any authority was the police people. They are awesome, this country. But the problem is some idiotic politicians have like literally handcuffed them. So most of the laws they can't investigate, but I think it is no problem, because if they investigate, you will get involved in court and all. So it's pretty chilled. I only reported because I can get and use it like in some place. So I do it only there. Okay. And I think most of the crimes are not investigated, but if you can use it as a record, just report it and don't expect them to go to the house and take him by handcuffing. That is not done here. If they hear there is a murder or these things, this is a severe thing, then only it happens. So this is my impression with the police, and court is pretty awesome, I can tell you. Court has no problem. Cases are solved pretty, I mean, fast. There is like disputes, like if it's simplified disputes is solved pretty early. So it is not like in other places, like in India it goes on for ages and ages and ages. That is not the same here. It's pretty chill. So this was my experience regarding Skatteverket, Migrationsverket, and this thing, police and court. And Bolagsverket, I will say, is pretty similar to Skatteverket and Migrationsverket, but there are some problems, because see, there are no communication, and like one department has one type of rule which does not align with the rules of the other department. Just like Migrationsverket takes 24 months to give a business permit, but Skatteverket wants a decision and a card. But the laws in Sweden are pretty genuine, because right now a work permit takes 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. So there is no problem for without a personal number, because a work permit person needs the bank account for salary. So I think the law is pretty straightforward. If they get a personal number after they get a decision from Migrationsverket, they can have a bank ID and bank account. But for a business, why the thing? Why there are 24 months and why they don't give? I will say the truth here. The thing is that most of the businesses open with a Aktiebolag. They purchase a Aktiebolag or they open a Aktiebolag. Now Aktiebolag can get a bank account. There is no problem, because there are multiple people. It does not need to be the personal number, because they have a different organization number. Like if I have a Aktiebolag, I am a person, but I have a coordination number currently in place of personal number, but my organization, the Aktiebolag, have a different number, which will be the organ. That is not the case for Enquil firma. We have the same organization number. So there is the problem. So they know what they are doing. Now I had opened the Enquil firma because I knew that I had to learn the system. Okay. It is not wise that I will open an Aktiebolag and just do it, and in this time I worked hard, learned many things about the system, country, developed my Swedish skills, developed a lot here, earned my money, contributed also. Like, it's going great here. Yeah, so that is it. Like if there are problems, there are solutions, and see, it is you who have taken the step to come to Sweden, and you have to build your life. It is not the government, not they or they, no one will do it. It is you who have to do it. And there are many people who will say that you don't have a personal number, this and that. Please don't listen to these people, okay? They just make some things to get you feared, okay? The rules are pretty straightforward, nothing is there. And it is your life, not they are no one to judge you, okay? If you get income, it's your income, not theirs. So they will come with free advice and they won't help you. Just don't take it too much, okay? These are stray dogs barking. They will drink 500 krona champagne and they will give you free advice in order to get fun from your struggle. They love people struggle and they want you to go back to the country, and these are pretty much from your own community, not from this country people, okay? I am telling you this thing. Okay, so this was what I wanted to share, and yeah, so some more videos will be coming the upcoming days, and I will watch football and like take a while to rest this month. And yeah, so this is what I shared today, and I am wearing a pretty new shirt. It's summer today, and This location is the balcony where I stay. Okay, so tack så mycket, hej då. Prioritize your self-respect, take care of your family, and subscribe to the like the video if you found it helpful. Share it if others find it helpful, you think, and subscribe to the channel for more similar content. Tack så mycket, hej då.